Frankenov guy?
Should I resolve this? Would you like me to address that? Jan, did you notice we're running out of repair kits? I'm ready. Let's get this party started. Down here, the base is under extreme pressure. Electrostatic discharges. Instruments are unstable, but your battery might actually profit from that anomaly.
Prism anomaly.
What the fuck is that alarm about? Oh, shit. Think I'm being flooded. Can I get some assistance in here?
Slow me down. I need to press on.
It's getting pretty hot down here. Someone do something about the cooling system. Jan, we're not gonna hold on for much longer. Get up there and destroy that son of a bitch.
Almost there. What? Come on. Not more anomalies.
It's gonna give in. Launch the device, quick.
Yes! I made it. Here goes.
Get the hell out of there. It's going to disintegrate. You need to get down now.
Way down. Holy shit! Talk about a close shave. Okay. Let's see how things are going back at the crib.
Cheers!
Welcome back. We did quite well, don't you think?
Hell yeah, man. We nailed it. We were awesome.
I hate not knowing what someone is plotting behind my back.
Okay, team, we made it. The rescue ship is gonna be able to land. Hell yeah!
I have to say, all this time I was trying hard not to think about how much the odds were against us. But we beat them. We beat the odds. It's incredible.
Yeah, what a ride, man. But it's not over yet. There's two things we need to discuss. One, after talking to Maxwell, we've decided that it's better for your safety if the crew doesn't know you exist. So, you need to be smuggled on board that ship. That's ridiculous. What are we? You're embarrassing cargo now?
All right. And what about the other thing?
Okay, here comes problem number 2. I learned some disturbing things about Maxwell's experiments, and I'm not sure we can trust him to stick to his word and keep you safe from harm. Which means we might want to think of a way to take control of that ship ourselves. Guide it out of their reach, somewhere they can't find you.
Heist. And what do we do with all the rubidium?
Once we land, we'd have to abandon the ship with the rubidium on board. Ally Corp would find it eventually, but it will buy us time to get you to safety.
Interesting. You do know that the crew of that ship will probably be fully armed. Are you willing to confront a military unit?
I never said anything about fighting them. We need to be smart about this.
Is this the right moment to say that my black belt is fake?
We could sneak up on them. Use the element of surprise. They don't know what to expect out here. Remember, they have no idea about your existence. We could use that to our advantage.
Correct. And we can also predict that they will have to enter the base to salvage any mission-critical documentation. That's the procedure, and they will have to follow it.
Okay, so maybe we could hide outside, wait until they enter the base, and lock them in somehow.
And? What next?
What do you think? Get the fuck out of here.
Locking them inside the base and taking off without them would be a death sentence. But before they die, they'd have enough time to contact Earth and warn everybody. If we're really considering going to war with them, I'd say there's a much safer way to handle it. Such as, we could blow up the base with the rescue team inside. Explosives shouldn't be hard to prepare.
No. There has to be another way than killing.
We could let them board the ship without knowing that you're not alone, of course. But just before takeoff, you could simply use some kind of incapacitating agent on them, like a sleeping gas. Of course, you'd have to be prepared for it, devise some kind of upgrade to your suit so that the sleeping agent doesn't have any effect on you.
Gas mask?
A gas mask. But the biggest problem with that solution is that you'd have to be smart about deploying it. Sneak up to a ventilation shaft when no one is looking. There's no guarantee you'll have an opportunity to do that.
It's too risky. What if you get caught? The sun is not going to wait for us. We need to be ready.
Okay, I get it.
But we have to decide on something. Why are we so scared of getting our hands dirty? All that talk about the sleeping gas is avoiding reality. Aren't we all trying to stop doing that? Maybe Jan Dolsky ain't such a saint after all. Why can't we just take it on the fucking chin for once?
If you want my opinion, there's only one factor we need to consider while making this decision. The success of the mission.
We are not killing those people. Not for the sake of success or anything else.
Okay, you can decide all of that later. For now, we need to focus on the fundamentals. Let's say we dealt with the rescue team one way or another. What then?
We'd need to take control of that ship somehow.
which will probably mean we'll have to craft an autopilot device, connect it to the onboard computer, and override the coordinates of our destination.
Let's just fucking get on with it then. We still need to decide how to smuggle you on board.
I presume you already gave it some thought prior to this conversation?
I'd like to listen to your ideas first.
We could pretend to be specimens from this planet. We just need to find some damn big boxes.
Fine, here's my take. It's not the actual smuggling that's the problem, it's surviving the voyage in cryosleep. And that's going to take a separate, properly designed module.
How about a Rapidium arc? The cargo they'll never leave behind.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
Smart, simple, yeah, pretty humiliating, but I kinda like it.
A Rapidium arc with a false bottom. That's what we should build.
You mean some kind of magic cabinet shit?
That's it. We need to create a fake Rapidium arc.
A Trojan horse Rapidium arc.
Oh, I can already hear the war drum beating. Get ready, Earth, for a Jan Dolsky invasion.
Yeah, I like it.
That's settled. Do we have everything?
Almost. Except the last detail.
What do you mean?
We managed to get on board, hijack the ship, steer it wherever we want. What next, Jan? You really thought this through? You said you'd get us to safety, buy us time to escape and hide, but what about you? Our disappearance might even be beneficial to the corporation. It could be convenient for them if we're gone and buried. But you, they'll be determined to hunt you down. They'll need to have a scapegoat, someone they can blame for losing their ship. And contrary to us, you're an existing person. You can be traced. You can be put on trial. Are you sure you want to do this? Suffer the consequences if they catch you?
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Let's hope you know what you're doing.
Well, we're not going to be able to brainstorm everything out, right? Some things are just out of our control.
That's scary, but I guess it's true.
Well. Look who's gained a new outlook on reality.
Let's just do what we do best. I'll activate the beacon, and then we get to work.
I second that. Enough talking.
Yes. No time to waste.
FYI, looks like we're running low on repair kits.
Lucas, it's good to hear from you.
Jan, did you manage to get rid of that barrier?
Yeah, the ship's gonna be here anytime now. Have you thought about helping me out?
I have. And it's a big favor to ask. But I thought it over after we talked. I have something to confess. It's not easy, but I lied to you about not remembering that patient. 313. I lied to myself because I didn't want to remember.
So, what happened?
One day they just carried him out in a plastic bag. And I was told to erase it. Then I got a call from a woman who was asking about her son and demanding medical data. Then there were other calls about other patients. I wanted to believe in Maxwell's vision so bad. But yeah.
Man, that's a heavy thing to admit. And I know...
It's good to get it off. I don't want to do that anymore. Be part of something I don't approve of. To get your alters somewhere far away, where they have a chance to escape. We'll let Ally Corp retrieve the Rapidium when they find the ship eventually. Your alters deserve to live.
Thanks, Lucas. I know how much you're...
Yeah. Yeah, but you risked a lot too. And I think I've learned something from you, Jan.
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes you just have to shut your eyes and do the dangerous thing.
Doesn't sound like something Grandma would approve of.
I don't know. Maybe you'll get a chance to ask her yourself.
All right. We'd better get down to it then.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to use codes from Maxwell to hack the ship's autopilot system. You're going to have to give me a way in. A rat.
A what?
A remote access transmit. All you'll need to do is activate it once you're on board and
Sounds simple enough, but...
have some ideas.
Lucas?
Good luck.
I'd like to draw your attention to something.
Hey, what's on your mind? I have to say, I keep thinking about what we achieved.
Yeah? What?
It was much more than that. And it wouldn't be possible without what you did back there. You weren't afraid to change, and that let you become more confident. I'd like you to know that ever since we got out of the sandstorm, something's been preoccupied. Maybe earlier I'd have ignored it, since it's not directly related. I started wondering, what if a change of approach could reveal new paths of reasoning, just like it happened for you? I think...
Well. What's so interesting?
This planet, its close relation. It's one thing that everything here is connected to the presence of rubidium, but I have a nagging sense.
Like what?
It's too early to speculate, but I observed some curious telemetry readings from a nearby area. I must say, like I said, it's pure speculation at this point, but, well, you may laugh if you want, but I call it intuition.
Wow, that sounds...
Yes, I must admit a hunch is not something I would. And I don't understand it myself, but this time, well, what I'm trying to say is something mysterious is urging. I already plotted a route I could take, but
What's that?
remember those, well,
Sounds intriguing.
I'm not ready to discuss the details just yet, but the whole excursion should...
Still, what if you got lost?
I won't get lost.
I mean,
Of course. I know this planet hasn't revealed all its secrets yet. And leaving without ever, or however long. Any progress with finding the turf vehicle?
Please ensure it.
I'm done here. Should I do this now? I'm done here. Should I do this now?
I hate not knowing what someone is.
Okay, I've got those polymers you wanted.
You don't have to be so condescending. You either believe in it or not.
Go and check it out then.
Man, once we're out of here, I'm gonna hit the casino and not leave.
to talk.
Dodge this. What's on your mind?
Our Brainiac. You know what that... No. No. There's only one kind of... But... He couldn't... Look at me, man. He's a goner. We won't ever see the...
Keep working on your stance. Remember, it's military men you'll be up against.
Located working.
How is that? Here we go. I love this game. How is that? I love this game. Damn it. Damn it. How is that? Fucking it. Fuck hell. No way. Yes. I love this game. No way. Meet you next time.
Evacuation functioning.
Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet. Would you like me to address that? Would you like me to address that?
You're back. I thought I'd lost you. Relax. I'm not that easy to get rid of. But how is that possible? You were outside for the whole night in lethal radiation. How the hell did you survive? I found the planet's secret. And my word, was it worth it. Every day, every hour of this journey, each I found our reward. I've never seen you like this. So elated. I've never felt like this. It's as if my thoughts are clearer and my body is lighter. And there's this... Well, what is it? What did you find? Words can't describe it. I've marked the coordinates on... Just go and...
Are you there?
Yeah. I am.
Not a bad sight, is it?
It's incredible. Is that water?
Yes. I analyzed it. I spent the whole night down in that valley. My radiation sensor didn't spike once. It's like a whole different ecosystem in that area. The atmosphere is different, and there's life in the water and around it. Not just plants, but microorganisms. And it's real. Not a proximity plane, not a potential landscape, but true material reality here and now.
But the sun, doesn't it burn everything on the surface?
That, my friend, is the most interesting part. Come back to the base and we'll talk.
got up on the wrong side. Hey, man. You look like you could use some console. Just the part where you hand me a winning lottery ticket? Not really. No, it's the part where I ask you what you do to stuff. I mean, it's obvious. When I'm blue, the ultimate sport. There are so many fans in here, maybe we should start. Let's not ruin something great by making it a group activity, okay? I can watch a race, otherwise everyone will feel entitled. Huh, this gas is, surprisingly... I have news about the rebel base. Yes? I'm afraid I was too late. The technician is dead. Well then, that's it, I suppose. Thank you for telling me. I can't shake off the feeling that I could have done more. Still in the what-if phase. I genuinely thought you were past. The only reasonable thing to do is to close that chapter and look ahead. You can be sure I won't be wallowing in grief. Even if I did have a faint hope, only goes to show that hope is a man's work. Yeah. That's some discovery. An oasis? In the middle of this place? How the hell does it even exist? It's as much a mystery to me as it is to you. What if this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what Rapidium can do? I knew this planet held secrets, but I didn't expect it to host such marvels. It seems the vegetation in that valley gets annihilated every time the sun rises, but reappears shortly afterward to rapidly regrow again and breed life. Some people would say it's a miracle, but I've never believed in miracles. Well, maybe you should start, because that place, it sure looks like a miracle. Oh, I know I said I want to open up to changes, but let's not get overexcited. When something looks inexplicable, it probably means you haven't been looking. I've gathered some clues. The modified composition of the atmosphere in that area, the lack of nighttime, and I have a theory. I've called it the theory of continuity. Wow. You already thought of a catchy name? The main assumption is that with every alternation, the oasis is reborn in a more progressed state than it was in the previous cycle. And that by somehow remembering the state in which it died, it starts over from that point, only to move forward. Constant evolution. A relay of life defying the obliterating forces of this star system. It might be expanding, who knows? Maybe one day it will cover the whole surface of this planet. And then what? I don't know. Progress even further? Don't forget, its presence is clearly affecting the atmosphere. Maybe it's looking for a way to live forever, or simply to bear some extraordinary fruit, fertilized by an underground vein of Rapidium. Imagine, Jan, what if its existence is somehow related to the veins we've seen in the interim? If only I could find out. See it with my very own eyes. Stay here to witness the upcoming cycle, and the next one, and then the next. Would you seriously consider such an idea? Staying behind on this godforsaken planet? I know it sounds crazy, irrational even. Still, something in me wants to say, yes, I would consider it. It's what I want. And I'm starting to think this planet is where I was truly born. Everything else was always only in my head. What if I'm not supposed to go back to Earth?
You always were fascinated by this place.
Yes. But don't worry, I wouldn't forget about you and your mission. I could get everything ready for you, then you could let me go. I just need a little time to prepare for the sunrise. I could hide in that shelter the rebels started working on.
So, say you really managed to survive and study this phenomenon. You lived through several cycles of the sun, analyze data, draw conclusions, maybe even come up with a groundbreaking discovery. How are you going to share it with the world? What about what you've always wanted so much? Recognition.
What if I was wrong? Driven by the wrong motivation. My ego instead of the truth. Even if it meant staying alone with that truth. Who knows? Maybe that's the only truth there is. The one we have to face alone.
Your passion for this discovery is, surprising. You do know that staying here would mean certain death. And the risk of going mad.
Yes, when you look at it from a perspective, it would be madness. And for the first time in my life, I'm not sure if I can trust my judgment. This is such a new feeling. That's why I'd like you to do something for me. I want you to decide. You created me this way, and the quantum computer chose you to be in charge of this mission. I will accept my fate humbly, whatever you choose it to be. Just remember, if you let me go, I promise to help you get ready first.
Thank you. You've been priceless from the very start of this mission. But I don't have the right to stand between you and your dream. When we're all set for evacuation, you can go.
Thank you. Well, let's not waste any more time then.
All right, folks, brighten up. You're in a better place now.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
I have news about the rebel.
Oh, yeah? Dad?
You mean? Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why. It just... Yeah. I know how you feel.
I don't think you do. Let's just...
So, we have all the tech we need to get out of here safely. Your work is done. You can go and get ready to stay behind.
We did it. You have all you need, Earth will have Rapidium, and I will go and meet my fate in the Oasis.
Fate. You've come a long way from being the guy who said only success is worth anything.
Didn't we both come a long way? I underestimated you.
I don't blame you. I underestimated myself, too.
I might have added a brick to that wall, playing the smart ass, while in fact I was. In the end, we're more alike. We just put on different masks to protect her. Well,
I'm taking off my mask now. I can admit that I'm a little scared. That's what science should always be about. Right. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, man. Hope you find part of it I already have. Hi, Lucas.
Jan, how's it going?
I've built another ark. I'm planning to bring...
Man, this is really gonna... Look, I don't want you to think I know most of the Rapidium will be gobbled up by the Big Six, but sometimes a little is enough to give people hope. I remember when Mother left us.
I don't think you...
Yeah, well, I was 10. Grandma baking a cake for the lot of us. And telling us that we'd be all right.
Strong woman.
It was just a cake. But that day, it gave me hope. And that hope kept me alive.
Wow. I'd really like to meet that grandmother of yours one day.
Who knows? Maybe you will.
Okay.
That accident his friend died in, it was Maxwell's fault. He's the one who'd been drunk driving.
What the hell?
Yeah, there were some mitigating factors. Maxwell called for the ambulance, but they told him it could take a while. And there was a big risk that it would be too late. But his own car was right there. I mean, what would you have done?
I'd know better than to drink and drive.
You're saying that because you know what happened. But it was the middle of the night, and Maxwell decided to act. There was another car involved in the accident. The driver of that car, a young woman. She got disabled for life. Never walked again. And Maxwell's friend didn't make it.
Damn.
Yeah. That night, Maxwell made a decision that never stopped haunting him.
What if he had waited for the ambulance? Would his friend still be alive then?
Or maybe it was the right decision to drive, but he should have gone. He became obsessed with these questions. As a scientist, he wanted and he sacrificed everything. His family, his academic, not just for himself, but for science.
We all have regrets. They're a part of...
Pain is a part of life, too. Were people wrong to invent pain? Whatever you think of it, there you have it.
Damn.
It's been a while since I talked to someone like this. It's lonely up on the station.
I bet it does.
Wow. That would be awesome, Jan. Not everyone would be so ambitious.
Right.
Yeah?
Maybe try less of the...
Yeah, I know. I'll 7 out.
Freeze! Both of you! Trust me, Greg.
Operation functionality. User detected. Music.
So that's what he needed those polymers for. No, but I brought help. You can't be dead. I was too late.
Modifying its trajectory and setting it on course for the most probable.
Once we're out of here, I'm gonna hit the casino and not leave without a fortune.
Hey, man. Can you hear me? Where am I? What is this?
Take it easy. You're on strong sedatives.
I know. You're confused. That's perfectly fine. Really? So, who are you? Relax. I'll tell you everything. But right now, can you answer a few questions for me? Okay, do you remember who you are?
Jan Dolsky.
Good. And what is your...
I'm a botanist.
Yes. Don't...
But
So... I'm the captain in this base. But... I don't...
are you real?
Just as real as you.
Then let's go.
It's like we're alternative versions.
Wow. But why is this?
Okay. There was a bad act. I had to use my DNA to recreate a crew if I wanted to.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, we're different.
I'm...
You know what? I think you should just rest a little and you'll find...
Sure. If all this is... If I am... Where is she? I need to know.
She's perfectly fine.
For me? Does she know about me? Can I...
No, that's not possible. We'll sort it out once we're back safely. Right now, we really need to get our shit.
Okay.
We'll need all the help we can get. Someone to run the greenhouse, prep the food, so on. Trust me,
I'm...
right. Like I said, rest, go through the logs.
Yeah.
I'll see...
Man, once we're out of here, I'm gonna hit the casino and not leave without.
Hey there. Time to wait. Don't be freaked out, okay? Yeah. Right. Well, looks like, and not. Exactly. Couldn't have. You're on the mission you were supposed to depart on, but circumstances have. Huh. You look like me. You seem to know me well. Is this some kind of... In a way, you could. But before we get into it, I need to ask. You know who you are? Sound question. Look, it's not a test. Okay. In that case, I passed all the tests they told me my... So? Wrong? No, relax. The only reason you're here looking at a... Well, I'm yonder... What? Wait, does that mean I'm... But... Mother... Whatever you wanted to fix, you don't have to worry. It's all in your head. But that's impossible. All the hard work. Wow. And what happened to me? Calm down, please. I know this is a lot to process, but it might help you to know that you're not the first to be Talking to the others might help you understand it all better. Take your time. Mission logs. No, man. Huh. The absurd man. Just...
Yawn. Looks like we're low on rad filters.
Hey, everything okay on your side?
Okay. I talked to the others, and I know what you did. You're a monster.
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but my old projector. I guess it reminds me of the first time when I thought it would be cool.
Really? For me, it's more about feeling at home.
Hey, I found. Oh, they told us to take things.
Thanks.